excuse me, Mitrom and Bandhuvam. Swagatam, welcome to South Asia Maps. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. South Asia Maps is an intellectual Kshatriya channel, education channel. We are continuing our fascinating series called Human Demography or Population Explosion series. This is part 3. The presentation title is Kerala state, southwestern part of Bharat, has a runaway population. The population density is around about 900,000 people per square kilometers. Only very few areas on the planet Earth have it. In the Indo-Gangetic plains, this is almost equals to Indo-Gangetic plain. That is the part I want to share with you. Any discussion of the current history or politics or civics will be incomplete if you do not understand what is happening at the ground level, how these human organisms interact with each other. 1,000 people living per square kilometer is enormous. In this series, I discussed in part 1 what meant by 1 square kilometers and 100 hectares and 200 acres and so on. You can look at that further to get a broader concept. And this is my YouTube channel, South Asia Maps J. Reddy. And if you are new, you can go there. There are more than 290 immaculately presented series. You can go and look at them and enjoy the series and knowing about our motherland Bharat. This icon shows the historical map of Kerala. This is, at one time there used to be a kingdom, princely state, Venadu, Travancore, Tiruvittamkur. Southern part is Nanjil Nadu, also called Kanyakumari. Central part is the kingdom of Kochi, princely state of Cochin. Northern part, Jamorin's territory, later became the historic Malabar district of British Presidency that was assembled round about 1801 by the Treaty of Carnatic with the Carnatic Nawab at Arcot on Palar River near Vellore. The northern part, Vadayar territory, Mysore territory, small Commissioner's province, Coorg, and I have not shown here. So this is the Kerala. So southern part here is, you have to keep in mind the Kerala district has the old English name. Trivandrum becomes Thiruvananthapuram, Quillan becomes Kollam, and so on. Alapi becomes Alappuzha, and Trichur, the British name, English name becomes Trishur, Palghat, Palakkad, and so on. So I have as a series of how the districts evolved in Kerala. You can look in the Kerala playlist 1941 to 1991. There used to be 4 or 5 districts at that time before partition independence. Now there are 14. You can consult that for further on this. Kerala runaway population we will be talking today. So that you can get in one thumbnail the bird's eye view of Kerala and population density. I have put this map also for your convenience. This is the historic Venad region, that is Thiruvananthapuram, and Kollam, Quillan, Alappuzha, Kottayam, Pathanamthitta, Idukki, Ernakulam. This is the historic Travancore region. Thrissur was essentially Kochi princely state. And this is the Malabar district. Palakkad, now Malappuram, Kozhikode, Wayanad, Kannur. From South Canara, Kasaragod was taken and added to Kerala state when it formed 1956. For southern tehsils, that is Vilavancord, Kalkulam, Agasteshwaram, and so on, were taken away from Travancore, given to Tamil Nadu. 900 people. Here, Kerala has an area of 38,000 square kilometers, little smaller than the country of Netherlands in Europe. It is almost has 34 million people. So you divide that, you will get around about 900 people an average living in that land. Some districts have more than 1,000 people, even some have 1,500 people. Here along the Vembanad Lake, Alappuzha district has a 1,500 people, that is almost equals to many districts in Purbi Bengal, East Bengal. Adjoining Ernakulam, that is Ernakulam Kochi area, also have more than 1,000 people per square kilometer. Alappuzha, Ernakulam. If you come to south, this is the capital region. Thiruvananthapuram and Kollam also have, you can see Thiruvananthapuram 1,500 people and Kollam 1,000 people. So I have highlighted here more than 1,000 people per square kilometer. The mountainous districts like Idukki and Wayanad doesn't have that much population density. Wayanad 383 and Idukki district around about 250. That means even though the average population density is 900 people, actually comes to close to 1,000 in average if you take away these two districts, because they occupy a large amount of area. Again, in the northern historic Malabar region, that is today Kasaragod, Kannur and Calicut. Calicut is Kozhikode, and Malappuram and Palakkad district. Among this, Malappuram has a 1,500 people per square kilometers. Malappuram, 1,000 people per square kilometers. Adjoining Kozhikode has a 1,300 people per square kilometers. This is a very, very high population density you have to keep in mind. And this here I am showing the Kerala, fascinating Kerala region. I highlighted the Palakkad region, Palakkad Gap, and Kongunadu region, Coimbatore, and so on. In the Squareberg Atlas, you can see the Travancore region, and Kochi. At that time, Travancore has southern part, now Kanyakumari district, Kochi, Malabar district, and Coimbatore, and the Vadayas territory here, princely state, South Canara, which shed the Kasaragod taluk to Malabar district and Tirunelveli and Madurai and Coimbatore regions. You can see that in the map, the eastern part, this is the Ilamalai and Periyar plateaus. So Idukki districts, they constitute have less population densities. So also north of Palakkad Gap, the Wayanad district and adjoining the Kodagu district and Nilagiri district of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka also have less population densities. And this series I am presenting, and so that you can look at the playlist population playlist, human demography series. In the first part, we looked about what a 1 square kilometers means, 100 hectares to 50 hectares. Then we talked about the population in the Gangetic Plains, 1,000 people per square kilometers. Part 3, population in Kerala, almost 900 people per square kilometers. So previously we looked at the 1,000 people per square kilometers, the Gangetic Plains. Now we are looking at the Kerala part. So that is in general about the fascinating population in India, Kerala runaway population. Whenever people talk about Kerala, they talk about Great Human Development Index and all those things. But very important people is 40,000 people living for a square kilometer is a very serious issue. We need to look about the visible acreage, invisible acreage, ecological concepts in case of the future, the collapse of the green revolution, how to support these people, what will be the social unrest and the consequences emanating that. Even also the voting pattern, elections are all determined by the human requirements and demands, even though people mostly look at the political camouflage, but what runs the story, what determines the population, their aspirations on the ground level. So knowing about these things is very important. That's why I brought this concept, that is the Kerala population density 900 people in 43. Mitram and Bandhuvam, thank you very much in joining me today, and I appreciate if you take time and put your comments on these presentations on my YouTube channel, and also consider subscribing it and bringing the notice of your friends. See you later in other presentations. This is Dr. J. Reddy at South Asia Maps Intellectual Kshatriya channel, Education channel.